Hey guys, Zell here, welcome back to some more Fate Grand Order. We ended the last episode off with the play. I didn't know it would have actually gone that long. It felt pretty fast, but nope, it was actually an entire episode worth, huh? But now we can get our 4-star. And I know for sure we can because I've seen someone else on Twitter mention they did. How you exchange it though, I don't know. It still said Da Vinci's workshop, but... That's why. It needs to reset. That confused the hell out of me. It could have reset when I went to Salem. No, it didn't. Babylonia Anime Release Campaign Part 2. Reward for 50,000 reactions achieved. 30 sync words at first login during the campaign. I received 30 sync words. Thank you very much. Those 30 sync words can go towards... I don't know. There's not really much of anything I want now. Ones I did want are gone. I guess these 30 sync words, well, 31, can go towards whoever is after Valentine's Day. I believe it's a certain Avenger? I'm not sure. I believe that's her class. There's a certain someone that I spent like $100-something trying to get, stupidly. I regret every last second of it. I could have got a figure for that price. Of her. Maybe a little bit less than that. So yeah. I'll try to get her Avenger form. If I can. If not, then that's just gonna really freaking suck. But now we can go to the shop. And now we can go here and here. We can get Artoria Pendragon Altar, Nero Claudius, Sieg, Chevalier Daon, Rama, Lancelot Seba, Gawain. I said Gwen last time on the other event, didn't I? Gawain. I don't know why it's a Gwen. Hell, he started with a G. Hey, we could get Suzuka Gozen, you know. The one who didn't come home in all the times the Passion Lip did. Yagyu Tajima. Emiya, Atalanta, Tristan, Emiya Alter. One people still don't necessarily like the fact that they made him lighter. Arch of Inferno, Elizabeth Bathory Lanza, Artoria Pendragon Alter Lanza, who I believe we're getting. Fiend McComb Hail, Li Shuwen, Vlad III, Extra, Medusa Lanza, who didn't come home. Parvati, who I didn't summon for. Neza, who is currently in this story. Marie Antoinette, Martha. And Bonnie Marie, Astolfo. We already have you. Medea, Nursery Rhyme, who I still cannot get for the life of me. Helena Blavatsky, Thomas Edison, Nita Chris, Gilgamesh Castor, Castor Vokianos, Castor Midrash, Steno, Camilla, Emiya Assassin, and Assassin of Shinjuku, Assassin of the Nightless City. There's so many 4-stars. Assassin of Paraiso, Kato Danzo, also known as Black Kite. Heracles, however you want to say it, Lancelot Berserker, Tamamo Cat, Frankenstein, who I still do not have to this day. Beowulf, Ibaraki Doji, Berserker of El Dorado, Gorgon, who I was thinking of getting, but I summoned for Artoria Pendragon Lancer, Adventure of Shinjuku, and I didn't get her. I really freaking wanted her. Because she was an Artoria altar servant. I gotta have all the altars, right? So I summoned for her. I specifically just wanted her. I think I've said this before. I don't remember. It's been too long. But no. I ended up getting the 5-star on the very first banner she was on. Which was... Nikola Tesla. I got Nikola Tesla. A 5-star I didn't even want. I just wanted her. And I got him. Say Artoria Pendragon Alter Lancer. We do not have you. So let's get you to come home. After the exchange will be sent to the present box. Yes please. Artoria Pendragon Altar, Lancer. Millennia, yes I know, exchange. Give me my altar. I want my altar. I love my altars. I want my altar. Give it to me now. Arigato! We finally have Artoria Saber altar. And now we have Artoria Lancer altar. So now all we need is... Do we have all the altars right now? We have both of them, Jolter. I don't know if there's any other altars yet. Except for the one I was mentioning. Yeah, no, I think we have all the altars except for the one that hasn't come out yet. Hopefully I can keep that up. Although I only got lucky because 2 of them were 4 stars and I got them for free. Welcome home.
Lancer Artoria. 召喚に応じ参上した。我が愛馬が雷雲を飲むように、我が槍はあらゆる城壁を打ち破る。あなたの道行きを阻む者、すべてを打ち砕こう。
Thank you very much. I will love working with you. Now, the only problem is actually leveling you up. Guess I'm gonna be grinding some Lancer experience cards. Either way, deal heavy defense ignoring damage to all enemies. That is great. So yeah, animation speed always high. Yeah, that's about it. We can't really see what she looks like, but anyone who's played this game knows about this game knows what she looks like with her max ascension. I'll get to leveling up her later after I end the episode. Well, if I even have enough that I can do it with. Now that we got my other beloved altar, we can go into fighting the Berserker. Let's bring along Waver. And we can just keep the team that I was using to fight the Sabers with. This'll work, right? Totally. Her convulsions have stopped, and her breathing has stabilized. Rest assured, madame, the worst is behind her. Oh my, are you sure? Thank you ever so much, you've saved my daughter's life. These symptoms are caused by a sudden onset of fever. It's quite common among children of her age. I'm certain it must have come as a surprise, but please don't worry. She is in no danger whatsoever. To keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't inadvertently choke on her vomit. I will. All the Reverend did was call her name several times and give her smelling salts. I don't know how I can thank you enough. Please don't worry about it. I'm not a licensed doctor after all. But if something else comes up, I'll drop everything and do whatever I can to help. Please take care of yourselves. Huh. Can't believe we were dead to a Frenchman. You called those convulsions. Seeing her flailing her limbs like that, showing the whites of her eyes, it was downright terrifying. If you ask me, I'd bet the devil is still lurking somewhere inside her. Father, don't be rude. Dr. Sanson just saved our girl's life. I know that, here. It's not much, but you deserve it. That's alright, good elder. I have a different arrangement in place for payment. The name is Pikmin. Don't go calling me elder again. Of course, Mr. Pikmin. My apologies. Our home may not be anything special to look at, but we come from a good family back in England. We have enough stored away to pay back any favors we receive, so no back talk, just take it. If you insist, thank you. Do take care on your way home. Bye-bye. I should get back to the hall. Then again, the play must be over by now. I hope Master and the others made it to the curtain call successfully. Lavinia! Oh. Isn't that Lavinia? I'm surprised, honestly, that I still remember her name. There's no turning back now. The sixth knot, the sixth door. Sailor Miss, B.
Yeah.
Wait, Mademoiselle Lavinia, I'm sorry for startling you. I'm just on my way back from treating a patient. It's late to be out. It's too late to be out on your own. Let me walk you home. There, that's way better than it's late to be out on your own. Actually, it kind of sounds the same. It's fine, whatever. I didn't know you were a doctor. Or maybe an alchemist. I'm neither, actually. You told Abby I was there. But I guess no one would believe about you now, after the judge gave you his approval. Then the company's performance was a success. Thank goodness. I told you not to tell anyone, talk to me anymore. I thought I wouldn't run into you because of the play. I wanted to talk to you. I know you were snooping around my house. Don't bother, it's pointless now. It's already begun. You're seeing the flower on the water's surface and forgetting about the rotten mud beneath it. Are you warning me? Then you are trying to help. I'm telling you outsiders to stay out of this. You'd never understand what it's like for me. You have friends you can trust, you can help other people, and you're appreciated for what you do. But I'm not even supposed to be here. Nobody needs me. What about Abigail? Don't you want to be friends with her again? Lavinia, it's clear you care a lot about your family. That much even I can understand. What is it that had you so unwilling to talk? Loyalty to your family, your pride. If it's a fear of losing the place where you belong, feel you belong then. Shut up! Lavinia. You shouldn't go out tonight. Stay inside Abby's house. I don't know how you protected it, but if you stay in there, I'm sure you can get through this. So you know about Magecraft as well. Don't say I didn't warn you. Man, Mystery of Lavinia just keeps getting deeper. I want to know more about her. It's interesting. Go in, but no more than 2 of you. Hey, what did I just say? Oh, don't be like that. What's the harm? We're here to get you, Medea. I'm sorry it took so long. Hello, Mars. Hello, Zell. This place is even worse than I'd imagined. Are you right, Medea? Oh, this is nothing. Never mind me. Go check G-Tuber's cell. Something's not right. It's so dark, I can't see G-Tuber in there at all. Yeah, that's because she isn't. Oh, that's weird. I was sure there were a few other people being kept here. Maybe they were all released. Where's G-Tuber? Did you move her somewhere? I'm not here to answer your questions. Just take your little fortune teller and get out of here. I heard sounds coming from the G-Tuber cell about an hour ago. It sounded like she was being taken somewhere. They took a number of other prisoners as well. I thought they'd been done with whatever it was and come back soon, but they're obviously not. Wait, does that mean you were waiting until we were busy performing? I told you outsiders I'm not here to answer. Then you can tell me. I believe I have a right to know. Mr. Carter. Where did you take G-Tuber? To the hill, under the Judge Hopkins' orders. The hill? What hill? What? To be shot, to be hanged, to be burned? One of those? He means a hill on the north side of the village. That's where the gallows are, yep, to be hanged. Gallows? G-Tuber has already been sentenced. She's been found guilty. This was your plan the whole time, wasn't it? Judge Hopkins is trying to prevent the devil from gaining power in Salem. Any interference will be seen as conspiring against the authorities. Are you aiding the devil? Calm yourself. This is a clear abuse of your power. The governor of Massachusetts should be consulted on this matter. Robin? Yeah, this is tyranny. Whoa, hang on a second there. Don't we have more pressing things to worry about right now? That's right, we need to hurry to this hill. I'll tell Samson and the others waiting outside. Have someone go on ahead. Right. Uncle, come on. We have to hurry and stop them. Indeed. Miss Cell, can I ask you to take Abigail along? I'm afraid I have a medical complaint that prevents me from running well. You got it. Let's go, Abby! Oof, the gallows. Dang, what's with the cinematic? Oh. Oof. There's a hill. That must be the gallows over there. Huh. Are you alright, Abby? Where's everyone else who went on ahead? There's Nezha. What about Sanson? So you came. There they are. I'm assuming she was killed. To Sanson. Oh, Mosh. I'm afraid they've already been executed. We didn't make it. Tituba is dead. They're dead? Don't look, Abby. It's better if... To Tituba. Her power's gonna be unleashed. Sanson, how could you just like that? Is your heart of stone? Is your blood made of mercury? Think poor Abigail. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of anything else to say. Running is definitely not my thing. I see they hanged a number of people with Tituba. Yeah, look at the color of their faces. They've been dead for some time now. They must have been executed more than an hour ago. Isn't that right, Sanson? Yes, unfortunately. That would mean it was carried out while we were still on stage. You mean on purpose? I'm afraid so. Hopkins, you sent us up, didn't you? You never had any intention of waiting. You just wanted to make sure we wouldn't be able to interfere with the execution, am I right? What spirits move you to speak so, woman? Some cheap malt or your own absurd sense of justice? Either way, it's most unbecoming. I'll thank you to calm yourself and mind your manners before you speak. Hopkins, you tricked us, didn't you? I understand that witnessing executions can be upsetting, so I'll pretend I did not hear that. I heard about your performance. It seems you did very well. Even the Reverend was pleased. I therefore officially grant you permission to continue performing in this village. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing your next great performance for myself, young Cell. Get her down. Please don't leave Tituba tied up like that. Haven't you done enough? Please don't torment her anymore. Abby, huh? Stop, get back. Stay away from them. It is forbidden for criminals to be buried in the town graveyard. I have ordered laborers to dig a hole for them near the foot of the hill. They are working on it as we speak. Until then, you are not to move the bodies. No. I see, so we were too late. Uncle, please get Tituba down. Indeed, my niece has the right of it. The handling of her remains is for us to decide. You have no right to speak to us like that. Mr. Carter, I understand you may not be familiar with our rules, but this is the way of our village. Burying criminals alongside our ancestors would be sacrilege to the other villagers. Please understand. Judge Hopkins. The execution has already been carried out. I have no intention of interfering with Salem custom. You call yourself a guardian of the law. You've done plenty of interfering already. People don't like to be confronted with cold hard truth. It upsets them and makes them vulnerable. The devil himself was executed here today. Do not grieve for him. Caring for the newly bereaved is of course very important, but being overly protective only tempts the devil further. I hope your play serves to enlighten the other villagers in that regard. I don't know how to get through to him. This is getting us nowhere. Don't know how you talk that much with all that beard weighing your chin down. It's like you're the king of some run-down little island, a country, or something. Well, easy there, gents. I'm not looking for trouble. It was just a little joke. Spare me your nonsense. It seems you have some excellent clowns in your employ, Ringmaster. Very well then, you all may be outsiders. But performers are, by their nature, given free rein to speak whatever comes to their minds. As such, I permit you to serve as jurors during your time here.
Huh?
What? Did I hear you right, Judge Hopkins? Are you out of your mind? God is always watching over us. But it seems the people of this village are obstinate and have no interest in broadening their narrow minds. Abstinence leads to pent-up anger and frustration, and the laws of God becomes weapons with which to strike at those whom people come to resent. In such an environment, performers like you can help to open the village's minds and lead them to the truth. Therefore, Cell, if in the future there is another criminal trial, you will serve on a jury and help us hunt the devil. It's gonna be Lavinia or Abby, I already know that.
Some new world this is. It's still stuck in the Middle Ages. It's every bit as dark, close-minded, and pig-headed as what they supposedly left behind. I cannot believe they kill so coldly. Even a monster would hear its praise cries for mercy. What is it that drives that man?
The only way he could live up to his image of a bastard witch finder general more as if he went around twirling that stupid mustache of his.
I guess it just goes to show that sometimes a hard-working imitation can exceed a lazy, genuine article.
Putting aside the question of whether it is done for good or evil means. So what did you want to tell us, Medea?
So Senpai, I know a lot has happened since we got here, but currently I'm under pressing obligations. I want to restore communication with Chaldea, find out what's impeding our perception and
figuring out what's going on with the Whatlays.
Right, that's our best lead in finding the Demon God Pillar. Medea, would you mind picking up what you were trying to tell us before?
Right. Thanks to the extra time I had, I managed to figure out what's cutting off from Chaldea. It's tied directly to whatever it is that's interfering with our senses. I'll spare you the details and just get right to the conclusion. It isn't that we're being blocked from using our spirit forms. In fact, it's the opposite. We are bound by physical laws while in our spirit form. The spiritrons that form these temporary bodies are in an abnormally excited state, but we're also always being provided with just enough magical energy to maintain these bodies. Let's see, to put it another way, it's as though our mirror images gain a physical form and continue doing things in the mirror world. But those forms can never leave the mirror world, and if the mirror were to break, we'd be shattered along with it.
The Jade Emperor has one such toy.
For real, I mean, at any rate. We can't contact Chaldea because our magical energy is only flowing in one direction. We're caught in the Magecraft system manifesting Salem, one that's lost all sense of itself.
That explains it.
So it's like we are still in the middle of a race shift. That doesn't sound very stable. Now I gotcha. So our bodies aren't as strong as they should be because it's like we're stuck in this land.
Y'all, taking this surprisingly well.
Hey, we know this is bad news, alright. Like the things we gotta worry about the most here is
death. Here in Salem, our spirit origins will disappear, right?
Exactly, you catch on quick, your highness. The other hard-headed saints could learn a thing or two from you.
I see. Hopefully we don't end up with more than some short-term memory loss, then.
You're awfully nonchalant about that, too. More importantly...
Wait, what about Senpai? How safe is she here? Is this phenomenon affecting her health, too?
Don't forget that goes for you, too, Marsh.
Alright, I'm sorry for losing my composure like that. Still, if it is not only impossible to contact Chaldea, but we also don't know how to return, I don't think it's unreasonable to get a bit flustered. I'm afraid Marsh is right to be worried. We're in real danger here, and all of our leads have dried up.
Our goal hasn't changed. Defeat the Demon God Pillar.
Senpai, you're right. Once we find the Demon God Pillar causing all of this, things should turn around.
May I say something? I have another question. I've been thinking, are we the only ones in irregular spirit form, or might there be others here?
Others? You mean like everyone else here in Salem? This village, always transient. I said so from the beginning. but without any way to get information from the outside world, we have no way of verifying whether that's the case. I can't believe a demon god pillar could be this powerful.
Does this mean we're shit out of luck when it comes to comms?
We haven't exhausted all our options just yet. It's possible the mage in the Watley family knows something that could help us.
I'm kinda curious to see what a local mage workshop is like, but there's something else I want to know first. Does this mean you're the only one of us who can leave this place? How about a Miss Queen Witch?
What, Robin?
I'm betting you're the only one who could leave this Salem if you wanted to, am I right?
What are you saying? If you're trying to start some sort of witch hunt yourself?
Guess that wasn't direct enough. Alright, I'll ask you straight up. Who are you really? Robin?
Robin, what's this all about? Are you in on the two Sanson, Mata Hari? Master Marsh, I'm sorry about this.
Mata Hari was the first to notice something was amiss, so Robin and I have been keeping an eye on her. I was curious after Marsh's warning, but...
Again, I'm sorry, Master. We didn't want you to find out at a time when it could have been dangerous for you. Plus, we thought that a sowing discord among our own ranks might be exactly what somebody wanted.
Exactly, and speaking of exceptions, I see you're the only abnormal one here. We've been watching you all this time, and you didn't seem to be hostile. So we decided to stay quiet and see how things played out, but then, to our surprise, you weren't able to prevent the tuber from being executed. Almost looked to me like you let her die on purpose.
No, you're wrong about that. I couldn't do anything in prison with the guards always watching, and above all, I wanted to make absolutely sure that Cell wouldn't be found guilty herself.
Oh really? Well, I can't fault you for that, now then. Let me ask you, Master, can you compel her with your command spells? How do we even know she's a Chaldean servant?
Medea, you are our enemy. A command spell, but please don't do this. Senpai, this isn't right. Bobby, you need to calm down.
Sorry, Marsh, but I'm afraid I'm completely calm here. Sanson, what do you think? Mata Hari?
At first, I thought she might be a spy from the Mage Association. But there's too many things that don't add up for that to be the case. Why don't we hear what she has to say?
You all sure like to run your mouths, don't you? Mr. Carter is back. He must have finished the burial. Let's pick this back up again later, everyone.
Are you sure?
Fine with me. If that's what the ringmaster wants, I'll play along, but I'll be watching you always.
Oh, creep. Robin, so depraved.
Huh? Depraved? You'll be watching a girl always, huh?
Abby went up to her room right after she got back. She seems better than expected, thank goodness.
She behaved herself well while I was talking to the executioner, too. She carried herself admirably, just like my late sister would have. She has been through a lot lately, but in the end, she'll be that much stronger for it.
That's what we were saying earlier. Is it true that the official reason the execution was carried out so quickly is because the YouTuber confessed?
It is. Hard as it is to believe, Tituba confessed her sins of her own accord. She claims she saw the devil with her own eyes. That he spoke to her and urged her to cast aside her faith and sign a pact with him. And that when she refused, he entered her body and controlled her himself. Could that be the demon god Pillar? I still can't quite believe it. She had injuries that make it clear she was whipped during her interrogation.
Pointy tuba! That makes it sound like her confession was tortured out of her.
Exactly. However, it didn't seem to me like the executioner or guards were lying out of the malice either. If anything, they seemed deathly worried, as if they were afraid for their own lives.
Could they have been seeing the devil themselves?
Oh, I don't know about that.
They could be scared of Hopkins. That would explain it. If there's something they fear more than that, then maybe it's the wrath of God himself.
God, Hang on just a minute. Master, something weird's going on outside. It's still a ways off, but whatever it is, it's getting closer.
There's a scent, and it's evil.
Medea, is this house safe? We'd better go check it out right now.
It'll protect anyone who stays here, yes. But I can't vouch for the other houses.
Someone's attacking us. Don't tell me it's the Indians. Mr. Carter, please stay here. Do not leave the house under any circumstances. You need to take care of Abigail. Alright, I will go fetch my gun. Marsh and Medea, you stay here too.
Yes, Senpai. I'll make sure to keep them both safe.
They're certainly taking their time. Where in the world did they come from? In fact, it doesn't seem as though they mean to attack us at all. They don't even appear to be armed.
The evil aura source the sense of death.
You seem like you're doing better now that you've been able to take on your spirit form at least once, Nezha.
This body granted to me by the Burin, Taiyi, Zenren, my sense of smell cannot be fooled.
Whoa there, what the hell are those things? Oh man, tell me this isn't turning into a living dead kind of situation here. Man, Chaldea really screwed up their choice of servants again. Wish I could trade places with that hard-headed saint girl right about now.
Are they enemies? No, wait. Those are the prisoners who were hanged at the gallows.
We need to get rid of them before the villagers show up. Oh jeez. This is the first time we're fighting an enemy like this. Actually fighting ghouls. Huh. Cool. I'm about to say, well, shouldn't Wave have been able to kill that one? No, we're weakened, that's why. Alright, do Helena, then Ishtar. Gotta get our noble phantasms up. And there we go. Battle 2 of 2. How many are we fighting here? Just 3? Okay. I mean, it's not like they can survive any of this. Okay.
Yeah. Ankata Kigashi. Let's just go for a full Ishtar Buster Brave Chain.
It's already been 33 minutes, are you serious? Why does time fly so fast while doing Salem, man? Jeez. This does not feel like it's been 33 minutes. Bye-bye, Quincy. Victory! Thank you. Hey, we got one of those things we need for Abigail. About 9 million more of those, and if we can actually get Abby, we can actually get her up. Although I think Sheba needs those. Carter residence. And we're still weakened, but now we're fighting Castor and a Berserker. So switch Ishtar out with Drake. Switch Helena out with... Ishtar Rider. And there we go. How are these things still moving? Haven't we hit him enough by now? Wait, I think they're trying to say something. Huh, you gotta be kidding me.
My neck, it hurts. Damn it. Everyone's wrestled cows at some point. Why am I the only one who... Oh, it hurts. I didn't want to have that child. I was forced into it. So I took the abortifacient. What else was I supposed to do?
God. The true God resides within my heart. You are the truly wicked ones.
Aegis disintegrated. Did we defeat them somehow?
I cannot believe that the dead could speak of God. Those were corpses just now. I could have sworn they were. Their blood was cold and as congealed as wet earth. Their muscles were stiff and rigid. And yet, They still possess consciousness. Did we just kill living people?
Sanson, get a hold of yourself. This isn't like you. Don't tell me the incarnation has infected your mind as well. Be wary, this is not yet over. The evil aura remains.
Those were gunshots, damn it. They came around the back of the house. Did we screw up leaving Medea behind?
Senpai, look!
Oh, hey, look at that! Tituba, or in this case, now in her true form, Shiba. I can't make her out clearly. Tituba! So you can see her too still. Isn't that Tituba? I could have sworn we buried her, and yet here she is, wandering about as if still awaiting her sentencing. To know about you, but I'm not exactly hearing the 7 angels in their trumpets just now.
Now that she's touched the workshop's bounded field, she's about to take on her true form. She's preparing to attack. What do we do, Master?
Let's finish this as quickly as possible. I know Mr. Carter's here, but we're out of options. Battle 1 of 2. Fighting ghouls again. Bop, bop, bop. I don't really need to worry about Drake taking Noble Phantasm up because she has the ability to get her own Noble Phantasm up. Wow. This weakening crap sucks. All of them technically should have died in that moment, but no. They just had to stay alive. Alright, one more round, come on. Fighting berserkers is so annoying. Get your Noble Phantasms up, cause why the hell not? Goodbye. Time to fight the caster Shiba, otherwise known as Tituba. Whoa. This place is really freaking interesting, man. I like it. Now, was H-Tar a single target? No, heavy damage to all enemies. Okay.
Encounter Kigoshi.
Whoops.
Encounter 7 colors.
Cause yeah, totally. Go on, ride your scooter throughout the night. East Titus Traveler Scooter. Okay, so she can get rid of her own HP to buff herself. Good to know.
Golden Wilder Hunter.
Assuming we only have to take out one health bar, right? Yeah, Ishtar, nice crits. Alright, Ishtar, Drake. Can we be done with this now? Yep, alright, thank you. Bye bye, Tituba! Or Shiba, whatever you want to be called now. This is the final one, and we're fighting only a caster. So, this ought to be interesting, and we still have power down. Well, crap. Swap Donzo out with Astolfo, because why not? Yeah, let's go.
We have not yet vanquished her. Bonnet field about to break. This one far stronger regrets than the other corpses. Begone, T-Tuba. No longer do you belong here. You really do use some interesting spells. We are both of us women and casters, so I will send you to the underworld myself.
Did you lose your mind again?
Never mind that. Just hurry and add me to the lineup.
No. Hey, just like last time. Except this time, now she no longer has a break bar because we took it out before. Might as well start off with it, right? I should have just used waivers. Actually, now that I think about it, perfect time to use both of theirs at once. Applies invincible, critical strength, inflicts stun after one turn, evade critical strength, okay.
Golden Wilder Hunter. Uncount Kigo.
It's not, oh my god, I did it again.
Uncount the 7 colors.
If I knew what Japanese was for colors, I would have said that, because I know what that Nana is 7 in Japanese. I just don't know what colors is. He started traveling. So weird. Such a weird noble phantasm. Alright, do this to increase MP gain, even though we don't really need it. Go, Gadget Drake! 2 turns so far. Crit. Come on, can we get another crit? Yes. Oh, screw weakening, man. We would have won in 2 turns. Oh well, Drake, since you did almost all that damage, finish her off. GG, 3 turns, not bad, even though it should have been 2. Damn. Bye-bye, T-Tuba. Thanks for the steak.
Abigail.
Oh! Medea! Crap. This is the caster of something. Crap. I completely forgot that this was even a caster, even though we literally just went through the 4 stars that we could have got. The caster Mitarash? That was Sheba, right? The caster of Okeanos. That's who you are, the caster of Okeanos, whose name I absolutely actually do not know.
Lower your bow, Robin. That's a human, not a corpse.
Damn it. Was someone hiding behind that tree? This is real bad. Somebody saw us.
Isn't that Absalom? I don't believe I saw him during the play. Who is he?
He lives here in Salem as well. I rarely see him out and about, but unless I'm very much mistaken, that was Absalom Watley, the head of the Watley family. I was about to say, isn't he part of the Watley family because of the, the white hair? Yeah, I was literally going to go off of that. And Lavinia's grandfather.
I see. So that's Salem's resident alchemist, eh?
Your disguise is gone now. You do know that, right? You're no longer Medea. Hold up a minute. Who might you be exactly?
I guess that would be the first thing you'd want to know, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
T-Tuba.
Abigail watched the entire thing. Oh god. Santa Quartz! Hey, look at that, no battles. 46 man, we can do it. We can do this, then I'll end the episode. Here's episode just all over the place of when they end. The next day, Town Hall, Salem, Day 3. We lost 4 calves in a single night. 4. I don't know how we're going to bounce back from this. Even the calves that survived suffered terrible wounds. They'll never grow into viable cattle now. The Indians might go around attacking livestock, but they'd never do something like this. The wounds had to have been inflicted by huge claws or the like. It's horrible. Who did this? Who's responsible for this? Somebody answer me.
It's the devil. It must be. Our family graveyard has been desecrated. I steeled myself and prayed for strength to confront the beast, but just as I held up my lantern and started chanting holy verses, it fled into the night. It was very dark, but I still managed to make out twisted legs, hooves, and a horrid, protruding mouth. That thing couldn't possibly have been human. What's more, I saw it gnawing away madly on broken bones inside a dug-up grave. Oh God, I can hardly bring myself to say it. Surely there can be no question that 'twas the devil's work. Mr. Bad Senpai, this must have all happened before those monsters came and attacked us.
I wonder if there were any other victims. It's not even safe inside the village now. Order! Settle down! One of our constables has a report to share with all of us as well. What have I to say may shock you, but I ask that you all remain calm. Last night, somebody dug up the bodies of the criminals who were executed yesterday. Every one of the corpses that was buried near the hill with the gallows has disappeared, including T-Tuba.
Cursed devil, even her. Well done for.
The disappearance of these bodies and the appearances of these monsters cannot be a coincidence. We must be even more vigilant now, but I'm afraid we can only do so much.
Did you hear that, Senpai? I know we hurried to this town meeting in order to warn everyone, but I guess we won't have to anymore.
Those can't be the last monsters we'll see here.
No, probably not. We definitely can't say for sure that the threat has passed.
I mean, Lavinia did tell us to stay inside yesterday, so it's possible that she knew that her family was about to do this. Yes, Mr. Kara, is there something you'd like to say? Well, as a matter of fact, I too saw these monsters last night. And that's not all. I believe I know what they are. They were a very close match to the ones described in the writings of a French aristocrat named de Oret. He called them ghouls.
Ghouls?
Then you say these monsters were not the devil, but a different sort of creature, like specters or ghosts. I suppose so, and that these are strange and extraordinary creatures. They too are demons that reside in dark corners of the world. These ghouls have a keen aversion to all living things. To sate their appetites, they slaughter their prey and feed off the corpses. Furthermore, Deorit said that these creatures were once human. Humans that turned away from the gods' teachings and abandoned their humanity. Thank you, Mr. Carter. This is valuable information that will certainly be useful as we discuss the matter. However, while I hesitate to even speak such blasphemous words, does this mean that these ghouls may have been the dead come back to life? Was there anyone you recognize among them? Oh crap. No. I'm afraid I can't speak to that. It was the middle of the night after all. Besides, according to the document I've read, ghouls and the living dead are not the same thing. I managed to drive away the ghouls I saw last night, thanks to Cell and her companions. That is why some of you may have heard gunshots and howls last night. I see. That was very brave of you. I will report all this to Judge Hopkins as well. I would also like to take this moment to urge more men to volunteer for the night watch. Those of you who are capable and willing, come with me. Master.
Hello, Samson. Thanks for escorting the Reverend here.
Of course. I'm afraid we can't be too much careful now, even here in the village.
So what's up?
The Reverend says he has a favor to ask of us. What would you like to do?
I'll hear him out if it's something we can help with. What's up, Reverend? You have a job request for the Cell Saga Company.
Is that strange? I thought it would be a reasonable thing to ask for performers like yourselves.
Yes, of course it is. I'm sorry for being rude.
Can I ask you why? Yes, good point. I can't blame you for being taken aback. In my profession, plays, novels, and other such things are usually considered base forms of entertainment. Things that seduce good people of faith and impede my job of guiding them on the just and God-fearing path. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak ill of your work. However, as of late, this village has seen one terrible incident after another. Children are frightened and their parents are unable to take care for them. So you want us to put on another play? Prayers alone will not be enough to set the faithful's minds at ease. I admit that it is beyond my abilities to remedy the current crisis we face. So I was hoping that you would put on a play that would get the children to smile again.
I see, a play for the children. Let's do it, Master. Come on, let's do it, please. Okay, just stop shaking me. I see somebody's excited about this idea. A place, sure, to put Abigail in good spirits. Good point.
Thank you. It's good to know that we're on the same page. If I may, I think the play should be something appropriate for our village, such as, on second thought, I'll let you all to choose what to perform. This sort of thing is well beyond my expertise. Very well then, I will see you all at the town hall later.
Oh, please wait a moment, Reverend.
Yes.
Well, you see, there's actually a member of the Cell Saga Company who has yet to go on stage. And I thought I should introduce you to her ahead of time.
Oh yes, I see. Yes, I would love to meet her. Is that her?
Caster Fokianos. This is, she's our secret child actress. She's our new rising star. Oh, so you're looking to die young, are you? I can arrange that. I am Circe the Witch, the daughter of Helios, god of the sun, and descendant of Okeanos, god of the sea, and heir to the spells and wisdom of Hecate, goddess of the moon. That makes me the greatest witch ever. So yeah, Circe, that's her name.
A witch? Did you just say you're a witch?
That's the role she specializes in. It's all just an act. They use everything or just part of a costume to help her get in character. Right, that's totally what's going on here.
I see. I suppose there are a number of plays that involve witches, but Macbeth comes to mind. Very well then. I'll be sure to let the other villagers know about this tradition to your troop. In the meantime, I do hope you will put on a good play for the children. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you kept the fact that I was the one to make this request to yourselves.
Okay. I didn't want to say anything like while we were talking to him, but you're really not cut out for this acting stuff, are you, Marsh? I'm doing my best.
Huh, that Reverend guy's got a lot of nerve. I swear, what is it about men of the cloth? It's that much more rich when you consider that his testimony is a big part of what got Tituba hanged. He's trying to protect the village as best he can. He may make mistakes, but I don't truly believe he's acting out of malice. Well, you ask me, nothing's worse than an idiot who throws himself into something without a thought. That doesn't mean we can just sit back and mock anyone who makes a mistake. Hey, I'm just saying it's impossible to rein someone in when they start getting all self-righteous.
Oh, we've got a Joker and a Dandy hurling abuse at each other. I could get used to this. That's it, keep it up. Just make sure it doesn't get in Cell's way.
Whoa, what are you talking about? You're the main reason we're all confused here, Queenie. You know that. Guess I've got to hand it to you though, Master. You're really taking all this on stride. Trust me, I'm as shocked as anyone.
That's fair. Anyway, after what I've seen these last few days, Cell, I've got a pretty good handle on your open-mindedness and your talent as a mage. I was pretty surprised myself. I'd heard the real Medea mention her before, but I still can't believe that Circe, the famous witch of Greek myth, has been with us all this time.
I mean, I knew it wasn't Medea, I just didn't know who. The previous night, the Carter House. Post-school battle discussion.
That's right, I've been posing as Medea since we shifted here. I'm a servant without a master. I probably manifested as part of Da Vinci's summoning experiments. I was so confused when I initially manifested, my magical energy was running really low to boot. Looking back on it, the summoning system probably didn't give me sufficient knowledge for the times. Even with Medea there, I couldn't trust Chaldea as an institution, so I decided to flee. I snuck around looking for different ways to escape. I thought I might ask on an outside master for help. But when I learned there was nothing around Chaldea but ice and snow, my hope turned to desperation. I'm not really gifted with a ton of staying power or endurance, you know. That was about when the Salem stuff had started happening, so I figured this was my chance. It didn't seem like coincidence. Actually, it felt like someone was guiding me.
So, you felt you were being called here. Why'd you decide to come clean to us?
You really need to ask, because Tituba's dead. You must have all figured this out by now, right? She's a servant, well, was, I guess, and Tituba wasn't her true name. I don't know who she was, but somebody summoned her and was providing her with magical energy. I admit I was only pretending to help establish contact with Chaldea. I've actually been jamming it this whole time. I didn't want them telling you that I wasn't who I said I was. That doesn't seem to have stopped some of the servants here from realizing it. Medea will be furious. Her retaliation's swift and terrible. Eventually, I stopped jamming the communications. I mean, I even learned that this place was so cut off from everything that there was no point bothering. That's why I needed a workshop, so I could make full use of my abilities. So basically, our fates are inextricably intertwined, Sal. Neither of us are going anywhere until we've sorted out whatever's happening here in Salem.
How do we know that you're really sexy? How do we know you don't serve the demon god Pillar?
She does look a lot like Medea. I don't think that's really the biggest point of concern here. At any rate, I'm afraid I don't have any way of dispelling your suspicions right now. I sense powerful energy, but only traces of evil.
Damn, so you can detect bewitching powers too, your highness. You really do got a lot going for you. But never mind that, I wouldn't trust Queenie here as far as I could throw her. Which I guess is pretty far, but you get the idea. For all we know, she could be a demon god Pillar pretending to be a servant. I mean, we've seen some weird shit before. It's not like you have even made a contract with her, right?
Then how about we make a limited contract right now? As proof of my willingness to cooperate, I'm prepared to do that, and now it's even possible thanks to my workshop.
Is it really impossible to contact Chaldea?
I swear to Hecate, I can't do anything to re-establish communications until we know what's blocking them. So let's get this limited contract underway so we can avoid trouble down the road. Come on, time's wasting. Slow down. Give Senpai a little time to think it over. But by the way, I'm curious to know. If Salem's battlefield wasn't this strong, and you could have escaped from it, what would you have done, Circe? Well, no point in keeping secrets now, huh? My original plan was to entice you into coming with me, Sal.
That would be troublesome, to say the least. Could you at least wait till after the mission to entice me to come with you?
What? That's a specialty of mine, you know. If any servants had gotten in my way, I would have just taken them out. I see.
Well, I mean, Mata Hari would have been screwed. Circe's the caster, she's an assassin, there's no way.
Well, right now, we have no choice but to depend on her. I guess if I have to give you just one piece of advice, Master, it'd be to remind you that we women are at our most dangerous after we've shown our hand. Let's keep that in mind.
It's okay, I'm sure Circe is a good witch.
Huh? This is troubling. Circe seems to be a completely different kind of witch from Medea.
Uh-huh. So what type of enticing would you have done to try to get me to go with you? I want to know. Can you keep pretending to be Medea out here?
Good point. Okay, I will.
If this is what you want, Master, we'll go along with it.
Going to tell Abigail. Huh? It's her.
So, Master, about the thing we were discussing. The attack last night, right?
You mean Absalom Watley, the alleged alchemist?
Right. So as the suspects go, he's looking pretty good, but something about this just seems off to me. What do you think, Professor Circe? Can I fill the rest of the class in?
Absolutely. For starters, I'm sure you can imagine how an alchemist might double as a necromancer. After all, alchemy is all about gaining control of our bodies, lives, and souls. Turning lead into gold, and it's just as happy byproduct. Anyway, at this point, the main thing you're concerned about is whether he has anything to do with the Demon God Pillar, right? And then there's the moving corpses, the ghouls as Carter called them. If there's anything here I don't understand, it's them. I couldn't pick them up at all. I'm afraid it was only sheer luck that we managed to drive them off last night. There's no way I could have done it on my own. I see. So not even the workshop's defenses were enough to repel them, huh, Circe? Still, I think Nissa was fairly sensitive to them. I believe her methods are more primitive. She's more sensing hostile intent than evil.
True, it's a good thing she was here. So if there's a chance monsters like that might attack again, shouldn't we come up with a plan like now? Of course, and now that things have come to this, I'm wondering what about Carter's background too. Like, why would an ex-military Oriental Studies professor even know about ghouls in the first place?
Is there something you want to say, Sanson?
I'm afraid there's something I need to apologize to you all for. It's about the other Watley we know, Lavinia.
You're going to put another play at the town hall? That's right. The one we did yesterday far too dull. This one much more fun. You do not feel up to it? Okay, if you do not. Thank you, Nessa. You, Marcel, and everyone else have all been so kind to me. I've only been thinking about myself. No one blames you. I wish I could go with Lavinia. I thought I saw her at the town hall last night. I think she must have wanted to see the play too. Lavinia, I'm praying for Tituba's soul to go to heaven. The heavenly realm, not a fun place. If anything, it is restrictive, boring. Some are so disappointed with it that they end up running to hell. It sounds like the story about fallen angels. Anyway, it's silly. I'm sure that heaven is a perfectly wonderful place. Very well. Lavinia wasn't. I shall bring her, promise. So please, cheer up. Huh?
You're gonna force her to come, aren't you? But you can't! She's gotta be somewhere that, everyone else can't see her, otherwise there might be some problems. Mademoiselle Lavinia.
Hey, here she is. Sir. This is really troublesome. Why did you bring me here, against my will? If that wasn't bad enough, Lavinia, you really came. Thank you, Nessa. Thank you so much. No need for thanks and joy. Now I must put on makeup. You're wrong. I didn't come because I wanted to. I just couldn't stay at home anymore. They kicked me out. Your uncle came with the constables. He did. Yes, he said he wanted to talk to grandfather. You mean about what happened last night? Lavinia. It's terrible. What happened to Tituba? It is. If it wasn't for this village, she'd still be. Lavinia. Maybe, but this is still the village where we were born and raised. Abby, Lavinia, why don't you two have a seat over here? We're just about to begin. Come on, Sanson, you need to get ready too.
Right.
I'm just a child. I don't...
Master, a word please. What's up? It appears something happened with the Watley family. I don't believe it poses an immediate threat like what happened last night, but it still nags at me. So If you don't mind, I would like to go there and see what's happening for myself.
Huh, you mean right now? So we have to perform without you again? And what are we going to do still? I suppose that is important.
Why don't you go up on stage again then, Marsh?
Well, I do know all the lines by heart.
If only I could do that.
But if I do that, who will be the prompter? Would you and I take turns? Marsh, this play does not need a prompter. Look into children's eyes, listen to their hearts. Hello there, everyone. Thank you all for waiting. I see there are a number of you who have never seen a Cell Saga Company production before. My name is Marsh, and I'll be your narrator this evening. Later, I will also appear as an actress in the play. Today, the Cell Saga Company will be performing a thrilling fantasy, a beloved tale from the Eastern Kingdom of a King. We will be performing a chapter of a grand epic called Journey to the West. Our tale begins over 1,000 years ago.
Journey to the West. Sanzong?
When a famed Buddhist named Swanzong Sanzong sets off westward in search for inspirational sutras.
I was right, alright. This is gonna suck because I don't have her. Damn it.
Sutras, in case you didn't know, are like the Bible for those of the Buddhist faith. And while Journey to the West may be fictional, Swanzong Sanzong was a real person. A person who crossed a distance equivalent to 3 round trips between Salem and London. And with nothing more than the unshakable faith she held in her heart. 3 round trips across the Atlantic Ocean. She really traveled that much? How'd she do it? Did she go by boat? No, by foot. She walked for the vast majority of her journey. Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe it. Is she joking?
No way, that's impossible. Nobody could walk that far in their whole life.
If you devoted your life to it, you could even go around the entire planet. That's not possible. Nobody could ever go somewhere that far away. There's no way.
Yeah, there is.
Well now, who can say? After all, this did take place over 1,000 years ago. Still, one thing is certain, Swansong faced many trials and perils during her journey. But worry not, distinguished young guests, Swansong did not have to undertake this journey alone. She was joined by her disciples who were capable warriors in their own right.
I only remember Sardu. That's the only one I remember.
Uh-oh, how will Swanzong Songzong and her friends ever get out of this predicament? You'll find out once we finish changing the set. Please stay right where you are. If anyone needs to use the washroom, now's your chance. I need to use the washroom. Wait. Where do you think you're going, Lavinia? The play isn't over yet. It's just getting to the good part. Is it boring for you? The Sanson wasn't on the stage. He must have gone off on his own. So you want to go back home? I got a bad feeling about this. In that case, I'm going too. Take me with you. No, I couldn't possibly. Didn't you really want to see this play? If I can't see it with you, Lavinia, it's going to be boring no matter what, right? But just stay quiet. We need to be extra careful. Okay, I will.
Damn it, Lavinia. Abby, no.
Okay, everyone, intermission is over. Please get back to your seats. Wait, huh? Where did Abby and Lavinia go? Marsh, introductory remarks go. Right, sorry.
Oh boy. Judge Hopkins, where are you taking this elderly gentleman? Yeah, the Frenchman with the Cell Saga Company.
Sanson, my name is Charles Henry Sampson.
I'll ask you again. Why are you taking this man to prison? If you mean to imprison him with no further questioning or due process, a deputy to I beg you to reconsider. Your Honor, you are a representative of the Governor of Massachusetts, not a king. You're certainly bold, Frenchman. It seems you cannot help yourself from meddling. Out of your way. You dare mock his honor. You got a big mouth on you even for a performer, so we put him in his place, Your Honor. Not just yet. I didn't expect to see you here. Not you too, Mr. Carter. Simpson, you were there last night too. You know this is unnecessary. Absalom used black magic to animate those ghouls and have them menace the village. He is a clear and present threat. We cannot tarry in putting an end to that threat. What? I'm surprised to hear that from you, Mr. Carter. You were the one who told us about these ghouls in the first place. I took you for knowledgeable and trustworthy. I didn't think you would want to wield authority like a bludgeon. Please don't prove to be so base in your motivations if you suspect this man of wrongdoing. He should be tried for his alleged crimes properly, with the people of Salem serving as his jury. Surely you can agree with that, Judge Hopkins. Please give him a fair trial. That's quite enough out of you, young whelp. There is no need for a trial. You fail to see what is truly happening here. A poison threatens to spread through this village, an evil that could cause it to rot from within. What could the painstakingly slow process of a trial accomplish against such a foe? Even as we speak, the devil is slurring all manner of villainy to Salem. That is why I was sent here, to prevent riots, looting, adultery, impiety, and other such horrors. I must disagree, Your Honor. If you intend to pass judgment on your fellow man, you have all the more reason to trust in his rationality. These people are not witches, they loathe witches more than anyone. You must not plant the seeds of the devil himself. This absurd notion that witches are running rampant in Salem, in the minds of the people. Shut up, how dare you speak to his honor like that?
Uncle, what are you doing?
Abigail, what are you doing here? I didn't want you to have to see this, Abigail. I'm afraid the Watleys are heretics. They have no place here in Salem.
Uncle, this isn't like you. Why would you say such a thing?
Move, get into the cart, Watley.
Wait. Good grandfather.
Lavinia. You are Watley. God's glorious protection lies within you. But not yet. It is still not complete. I cannot depend on Mason. I doubt she is even here in Salem any longer. Find Captain Marsh, the owner of the wharf. Ask him for help. He owes our family a debt.
Okay, I will.
Now you're trying to pass your evil on to children. The police are searching for your basement. I'm told they confiscate any dubiously acquired money. Suit yourselves. Randolph. You must despise me for what happened to your sister and her husband.
You mean my parents? Weren't they killed by Indians?
Your anger is misplaced. All I did was return them to their original proper forms. I merely opened the door to this prison. They're the ones who chose to walk through it. Enough of your nonsense. Hasn't my niece already suffered enough? Calm down, Mr. Carter. Alright, Judge Hopkins. I'll take him straight to prison. Good. Curses. Even if this is all just a mirage of the past, this isn't right. Charles Henry Sanson, was it? I can see you are more than just a mouthy actor. Curious though I am, that can wait until later. Your contempt has more than earned you a sentence of your own, but I have a better use for you. The gallows were destroyed during last night's storm. Fortunately, it didn't happen during an execution. At any rate, Salem now needs men to repair and expand them. But the villagers are ill at ease around the gallows, and wish to stay far away from them. Therefore, you will head to the hill and rebuild the gallows along with the prison guards. No, on second thought, you will do it entirely by yourself. It should be a most fitting task for a conceited, self-flagellating whelp like you, Charles Henry Sanson. Scooter you, man, scooter you. But man, things are getting real, holy crap. True name revealed 60. I mean, it's not like we have her. I didn't choose her. I didn't summon for her. Gallows Hill, huh? Fighting Berserker and we're still in a weakened state. Alright, well with that I'm going to end this episode here. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next one where we will go to the Gallows Hill. Possibly still see the play. I'm not entirely sure how much is left. They seem to have skipped a lot. Which kind of sucks because I was kind of looking forward to those plays. They're actually kind of fun to watch. But yeah, till then, see you guys later.